from Prince Uche Secondus, and it was 40 minutes long, and addressing the issues, as a political party that is in opposition, as expected. That's what opposition does everywhere in the world. And then they went on to say, you know what? This is what we think should be done, and we can do this together. But let's listen to a snippet.
Not even thinking, this is what should be done.
I mean, what you think should be done, it could be different from what I think should be done, or how it should be done. So they've given their position, and then, of course, they've said we can do this together. Let's shun bipartisanship. But, yeah, let's listen to Prince Uche Secondus speak, and then after that, we will get across to Kola Ologbodion to get, a more robust position as regards the People's Democratic Party.
Dear compatriots, we come to you today to reassert our confidence in the future of our union, cognizance of the spirit and letters of our constitution, and believing that we are all better together, that we are one nation under God, determined to build a formidable nation state. We have not come to play politics. This is not politics. These are bare facts that everybody can cross-check. We therefore demand, number one, for the immediate upscaling of the personnel strength of our men and women in uniform, and make adequate provision of kinetic instrument of war and law enforcement. Number two, call for the establishment of a state police. We call on all citizens to support the quest for state police, as in the tradition in other federations. We call for the creation of national borders protection, and this is also very important. To secure our borders, this will include an integrated borders protection system that will draw personnel and equipment from existing armed service and immigration. We cannot continue to watch while terrorists and bandits continue to levy war on our nation. Through our porous borders, this borders force should be equipped with renaissance, intelligence gathering, prevention, and enforcement.
All right, you're welcome back to the program this morning. Like we said before, we'll be joining the PDP publicity secretary nationwide. He's already on the line with us, Mr. Kola Ologbodion.
All right, good morning, Mr. Ologbodion. Welcome to the program.
Good morning, Charles. Good morning, Nigerians.
Yesterday, the People's Democratic Party, your party, had a world press conference, and I took time to listen to your national chairman. It was a long speech. We've taken a snippet of that speech here. A lot of things were addressed and all that. But before we get into the details, why was that, shall I call it, brainstorming session called before the world press conference? What was the thinking behind it?
In the last 2 weeks, the various organs of the Democratic Party sat down to review the state of the nation, particularly the state of insecurity, the dwindling economy, and the leadership of the party and the various organs, National Working Committee, the National Caucus, the Board of Trustees, and the National Executive Committee, which is only junior to the National Convention. And at their various levels, we need to review the Nigerian situation. And at the conclusion of these reviews, it was decided that all the positions reached at the various meetings be put together for a world press conference, so that we can advise the failing and falling administration of President Muhammadu Buhari, as well as the All Progressives Congress.
Oh, so that was the thinking behind it. All right.
That was it.
now you've done that. I mean, one thing that stood out from that World Press Conference was when the chairman, Prince Uche Secondus, made the demand for the creation of state police to help combat insecurity. I don't know how that is going to work, but you have the benefit of having current and past governors, current senators, past senators, and all that. If there is going to be a mechanism for state police, what is the thinking from the point of view of the People's Democratic Party?
The thinking from the point of view of the People's Democratic Party is that given our in circumstance in this country today, it's imperative upon all of us as Nigerians to come together and devise a solution that can readily take charge of the insecurity in our country. One of the pillars of the Governors Forum is that all the governors, irrespective of parties, are in agreement on the need for a state police. Because basically, as we speak today, securing our country can no longer be addressed by one man sitting in Abuja as the Inspector General of Police, taking decisions on behalf of situations in Damaturu, in Delta, on behalf of situations in Gombe, or in a far-fetched area of Borno State. So we believe that in order to ensure proper intelligence gathering and enforcement burden of securing our nation, every state should be allowed, to be permitted to operate like in true federalism by having its own state police, having its own local government police, having its own wards or villages police, so that we can get proper intelligence to fight the insecurity that we have been thrown into. Furthermore, that's on the side of the Governors Forum. So our position is that the governors, the leadership of the National Assembly, the speakers of the State Assembly, State Houses of Assembly, should come together and ensure, because in the end of it, amendment to the Constitution is largely going to be done or led by these groups of people, this class of people. So we believe that it is imperative, because it appears that the executive at the national level has gone on a wall or is absent. And as a result of that, we need a situation similar to what we had in this country during the President Yar'Adua's administration, where the appropriate levels of governance will come together and provide a lead to take us out of the current situation. So on account of that, the party, in his opinion, called for a meeting or a collaboration among these various organs, or at this level of this level of the governors, the leadership of the National Assembly, the speakers of the State Houses of Assembly, to come together and provide a need. That's what's responsible for the position of the party took.
All right. Another striking thing that caught our interest in the conference was your party offering that they should shun partisan interest and assist APC in tackling all the challenges we are facing as a nation, especially insecurity. What does this mean? What step will you be taking? What does it entail?
Well, what it entails is that there must be a country before we can do politics. There must be a country before we can participate in elections. As we speak, looking at the situation of our nation today, if we do not find solution to the problem of insecurity, we might not be able to make progressive advancement as a people. So we believe that first and foremost, let us set aside the issue of partisanship. It doesn't stop us from making the necessary demands, but in fighting this insecurity, let us all.
Okay.
Hello?
I think we lost the call there due to network issue. We'll be connecting with him in no short time. Please stay with us. We're going to be right back just after this short break.
Join the conversation on KUFM's Dialogue as we introduce written voices. You can now keep the conversation going beyond 10 a.m. Send us your views on topical or burning issues of the moment, news, current affairs, or socio-political issues that you may wish to share your thoughts.
Okay, we've reconnected back with Kola Ologbade. You could continue with your thoughts. We apologize for that breaking conversation.
Thank you very much. So we believe that let us all come together as a people and find solutions to insecurity so that Nigerians can live their normal life. That's the position of our party.
I mean, we've not seen this happen in years where usually this would happen in a parliamentary system of government where there now has to be a coalition of parties to form a government. But in a presidential system of government, it seems one party is always in opposition while the other is in government. I don't think in the past 20 years, we've seen a situation where one party says, let's come together. What has the reception been from the other side?
Charles,
yes.
It's not the coming together of parties. I think we should understand that clearly. It is the coming together of Nigerians to find solution. And as you can understand from the press conference, the national chairman made it clear and abundantly so that Nigerians need to come together to find solution. However, here are the solutions that our party is proposing to the government. And that is why we spoke to the issue of deployment of technology in the fight against insurgency that led to this insecurity. And that, look, we can use technology because it is strange to us as a party that an individual like Sheikh Gumi could discover where insurgents are, where terrorists are, who hold sessions with them, and yet the intelligence committee of our nation are there helpless. So we call on the deployment of technology to fight insecurity. We also demanded, or we also proposed the border defense frontier group in a manner that from the existing system of security, just like we have in Latvia, Atuli and all that, the government should find a way of assembling members of the armed forces whose responsibility, including the immigration service, whose responsibility will be to manage and secure our borders as porous as they are. So the party is making suggestions, is making information available to the government in power that it should not all be about opposition. That opposition means that, like the APC played it, if the country wants to be destroyed, the country should be destroyed. If there are avenues for us to live together happily, the All Progressives Congress will go and destroy it. That as a mature political party who have been in government for 16 years in the past, we should not be found to be playing the kind of brigandage that the APC did in 2014-2015. If there are suggestions that are meant for government, which government can implement, even though we fear that there is no suggestion that the PDP had made to this APC administration that had been allowed. Despite of that, we will make suggestions available. So it doesn't mean a collaboration. We are not seeking a collaboration as a party. It is wrong to think that we are seeking a collaboration. But what we are saying is that, look, when we have opinions, when we have views, when we have representations, we make them available to government. Even though we fear that as they have done in the last 6 years, they will not take those opinions into consideration.
I mean, when you say when you say you fear, I mean, has there been any reaction from your opposite number?
Well, so far so good. We have not seen a formal reaction. And as we know, you should understand that the party is not free. Their own party is gagged. Unlike the People's Democratic Party, where opinions and views and suggestions are allowed freely. It is not that way in the All Progressives Congress. So we wait, but it won't stop us from playing the opposition. That I can assure you. For instance, our party has other plans following the National World Press Conference. And as we move into the weeks and into the months, Nigerians will notice that.
You said in your words that it doesn't stop you from being an opposition party. We understand that you're an opposition party. But don't you think at this time that you have stretched forth this hand of cooperation by shunning partisanship, that, opposition shouldn't be the forefront of your goal right now? Rather, it's time for you to work hand in hand, just like you've said, cooperate and make suggestions to the ruling party.
Well, for us, the People's Democratic Party, our duty stops at making suggestions, at providing the alternate views on issues. And that is what we have done. It is left for the government to consider the alternate views. It is left for the government to find a way of implementing some of these suggestions or the totality of the suggestions. However, it will not stop the People's Democratic Party from carrying out its responsibility of bringing the opposition to the letters.
Okay, Mr. Olagwandi, let's come down to Kaduna State. I mean, those children, those kids who were kidnapped by bandits, the threat is that today may be their last day if a certain sum of money is not paid to the bandits. I'd like you to weigh in on that consideration, considering on that situation, considering the fact that the governor of Kaduna State has been very resolute in his position that there's going to be no negotiation, no payments to these people. He rightly pointed out that payment of ransom in the past has not stopped banditry. What's your position?
The position of the People's Democratic Party is that the fate of those students are in the hands of Governor El-Rufai. The parents of those students are looking onto the government at the state and at the federal level to bring back their words home. Whatever action and whatever decision Governor El-Rufai will take to ensure that these students are not killed is well within the confines